Hey everybody, I don't know if this was playing for all of you. Hopefully we are live now. You gotta love when things don't work. We're starting here in about 2 minutes or so. For those who don't know, this is watching paint dry. Today is our big LAUGHAL drawing, and I'm repeating myself in case it didn't work last time. If you are here to get in for the lovely Pride Mimic box, painted by Dice Goblin Riddles and created by Works of Whimsy, this is the last day for July. You can either pick it up on Ko-Fi, get yourself tickets, or if you want to do it during the show, pick up yourself some STREAMLOOT cards. If you can get riddles to laugh or answer some trivia cards right, or if you're really, really lucky, beat the War Duke, you can get yourself entries into the raffle for the month. We're super excited. We're super excited to be doing this one. The Mimic box turned out amazing, and we will be finishing up painting next month's LAUGHAL live on the show today. What are you calling that box? Is it the Reaper box? What are we calling it, Riddles? Just death. It's just plain old death. Big old storage box for cards, dice, miniatures, and all your needs. Also created by Works of Whimsy and painted by Dice Goblin Riddles. And if you haven't seen it, because I guess we weren't live for some reason, I'm going to replay our lovely little raffle piece for the day. Because you know what? This little stop motion piece he put together is awesome.
One heroic dice goblin has traveled through the decades, one day at a time, to challenge you.
We aren't.
To slow
I
down,
literally let the counter hit
relax,
0. I didn't even put you on the
treat
screen yet, Riddles.
Inner goblin.
Take a look. Look at the stream.
This
You're not even on yet. It's at
is
0.
Watching paint dry.
I didn't even do, I didn't even do it to
riddles.
you. I would never, ever do that to you.
Just for that, you owe me a steak and cheese. Just for that.
I'm not giving you a steak and cheese. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the show with Dice Goblin Riddles and myself in the background. Hi, everyone. It's a fun month. This is Gen Con preparation week.
Yeah.
Woo! So much to do. So much to do. I am a busy, busy boy over at Gen Con this year. You know, I think I say that every year. I think I say I'm busy every year at every con, because I am.
I'm trying to keep it simple. I'm going to go in light and come out heavy.
Wow. Wow. You mean bring little stuff and bring everything home?
Exactly.
Yeah, okay,
go
gotcha,
in light,
gotcha,
come up, and come back heavy.
Gotcha. That makes more sense.
I am going to be bringing some boxes with me.
Oh, nice.
Although I gotta look and see what the rules are for what can you carry a bag in with you or not?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
I mean, unless they've changed it, I always have a backpack on me because people you're buying stuff, you're showing things off. I've never been stopped. I mean, I'm sure it's no firearms, no knives or something like that, but I always have like my Leatherman on me and stuff like that. I've never been stopped.
So there's some key people that I'm hoping to run into that, I'd love to drop a box on,
Yeah.
So there's that. And, obviously there's tons of people I'm going to have the opportunity to meet in person for the first time. So,
First Gen Con for you, right?
I'm making new dice beads.
Beads
out of dice.
I want a dice bead.
So
beard beads?
Yeah. And, well, I'm making larger ones out of I'm making ones out of larger D6s.
Is there a reason?
They're a little larger than a typical D6. But this one is a Cthulhu.
Yeah.
It's a D6. It's just tentacles all over the damn place.
I want a Cthulhu die.
The glow-in-the-dark gelatinous cube.
Okay, that's also very cool.
Right. And then this one, kind of, I looked at it and I looked at it, I'm like, I want it, I shouldn't get it, I don't need it, I want it, I shouldn't get it, I don't need it. It's covered in daggers.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Right.
Little blades in the dark action. What is that? Is that our face?
Guy Fawkes.
Oh, I couldn't tell what it was.
There we go.
Hi, Scott. How are you doing, buddy?
So yeah, I'll be making dice beads out of those, but like I said, they're a little bigger than a typical D6, so it'll have some nice substance when I put it on there.
Those are awesome. Cthulhu and the glow in the dark. That's dope. I love me some gelatinous cubes. I feel that. So I have been super busy. This week has ended. Two Dragonland shows are done. What a run. 35 episodes and 4 preludes.
Wow.
Since February. Yeah, it was a lot. It was a big undertaking. It was super fun. Learned a bunch about the limitations of OBS. I broke OBS numerous times during it, which was great. And then my last Cobalt Chats was yesterday, unless I end up getting picked up for full time for them. And then tomorrow, I got a 9-hour stream where I'll actually be painting.
Ooh, Scott's here. I gotta show him something.
Oh, should I get mine too?
No, I'm gonna show him something else.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna be Rude Scott and grab his Dragonbane box set. I got mine as well this week. I did get something really cool. I don't know if I want to open it though. Yeah, I will. Hold on here. I'll show people. So I got a disc plate. A good friend of mine purchased me the Lilith disc plate, and it's the limited edition one.
Nice.
Have you ever seen the limited edition disc plates?
I haven't gotten a limited edition one yet. I have multiple disc plates because I have a store on disc plate. So.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Look at this. Look at this thing.
Yeah, but because of, I'll be honest with you, I'm a little annoyed. One of the things Displate does, yeah, it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Textured.
One of the things Displate does is, and they're not the only ones that do this, but they, if they ever get a complaint or a call as far as a copyright on a tag that you put in your metadata, right?
Wait, what?
Because tags can be copyrighted apparently, or can, if you use a tag that's copyrighted, like Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Sure.
So what happens is if you use that tag and then, somebody comes in and says, hey, we own that copyright, then they will take down everything you have that uses the tag. Instead of just sending out a thing saying, hey, you need to change this tag, they take it down.
What tag is it that they fucking own? Display?
Dungeons and Dragons.
Really?
They're going after Dungeons and Dragons, D&D 5e, all that stuff. So if you're using those tags, they are taking your work down. Displate is.
Is it specifically for art or any post that you see?
On Displate, it's anything you've posted on Displate.
Oh, and Displate. Gotcha.
Society 6 and Redbubble are the same way, but they won't tell you what tag got you taken down. So and they've got their system set up to memorize artworks.
Okay.
So if you send the same art to them, even if you rename the file, if you send them the same art, it'll recognize it and say, no, you can't use it. So just because I used a tag, that piece of art is no longer acceptable on the platform because of a tag. Something in the metadata that nobody sees.
That's like taxes. That's like taxes. Hey, what do we owe? You have to figure that out. Okay, well, here's how much I owe. Nah, that was wrong. You owe more. Why didn't you just tell me that to begin with?
Exactly.
Fucking same thing. Figure it out on your own. No, sorry. That's not the right amount. Oh, nice. I got mine in too.
Yeah, the Britain one.
Yeah.
So yeah, I am quite interested, and I know this is mainly for Scott, but I didn't look at the lore for the troll while we were playing because I didn't want to meta. I wanted to be surprised.
Oh.
And then when I went back and we finished our game this week, and when I went back and looked at the some of the things for the troll in the core book in this one right here, the bread she was feeding us could have been was she like actually screwing with us, trying to charm us with the bread?
Charm you with bread?
Because trolls classically, like in the old source, would use things like food as ways to. Yeah, so
that's kind of cool.
It was just I don't know if it was a funny coincidence or if she actually was doing that or what, but yeah, it was cool.
I hope she was.
It was a great game. I enjoyed it.
Are you guys playing the 5e version, or are you guys playing the
true
Zero?
Actually, it's pronounced Vesson. I had to look it up.
It's
I was
Vesson?
curious. Vesson.
No one pronounces it that way. That's like sigil.
The legit
Everyone calls
word,
it sigil, not sigil.
It's Vesson.
There's an A there.
I understand that.
It doesn't even have any umlauts or anything
Go look
over
it up. Go look it up.
Nah, I don't care enough for that shit. I'm not looking it up. I don't give a fuck. So what else do we have going on? Boy, I'm trying to think of things that I can talk about.
Well, we talked about you got your copy of Dragonbane.
Well,
I got my
without
copy
getting in
of Dragonbane.
trouble. I'm talking about things I can talk about without getting in trouble.
How would you get in trouble about talking about Dragonbane?
Oh, Dragonbane, no, I wouldn't get in trouble about that. So I got the box for Dragonbane. The cloth map is really pretty. The dice are average as always. They don't ever really go overboard for the dice. I think they do to keep the price low. But I've been running the game a lot because I'm making a setting around it. I love the system. I think it's a lot of fun. I was really hoping the books would have different artwork than what the beta had.
I'm okay with it.
I know.
Myself, it does. It gives, because it's a classic game. It's an older game, and they went with that vibe. I kind of liked. I almost would. I would probably have been more excited, honestly, if they'd done it in that small,
Oh, I would have loved that if it was a small.
8.5 by 6, or what, 5.5? 8.5 by 5.5. That would have been so fun. But that's they just kind of carried that vibe for the books.
The thing we're gonna have to look out for, and I'm really tempted just to make one of my own since they have the licensing opening. There's a serious shortness of monsters to use in that book.
Yep.
Like there's not a lot, and there really needs to be more. I was talking to Dan from Nat One Fun, who actually, congrats Dan, he's now the media producer for Alchemy Online, which is fucking cool as hell.
Oh, congrats!
Yeah, so he and I were talking. It'd be really cool to make overlay templates. So that, you know how you have the roll 1 through 6 for monsters, just like you do in Aliens. You have it for that. If you had that roll 1 through 6, and by monster type or something along those lines, or region, or weather, you could have overlays where it supplements some of those numbers in the dice roll.
Yeah.
So instead of a 5 being claw and rake, maybe if it's in the snow, it dives in the snow and moves towards the closest bleeding target. Like fun stuff like that would be super cool to do. So I'm thinking about building those out so they template, but really a monster book. And I think you're right. I think a pocket-sized version would be dope, like a journal.
Yep.
Or a field guide. It's too bad we couldn't get Field Notes to print one of their thicker books with like a field guide style. I agree. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Actually, that wouldn't be that hard to do. I've taught Mem how to format everything I put in, so I could make the monsters and tell them to format them and make the format right out of the gate. I don't know how well it would sell. I don't know how well Dragonbane is going to do.
I want it to do very well. I think it's a great idea. I have not played it yet.
I like the system. I don't like the setting. The setting's it's too old school. It's not my jam, the setting.
Okay.
But I do really like the rules a lot. I think the rules are pretty fucking
But I think I've decided, especially after the little game that Scott ran us through, I think Vesson is going to be my next game that I run at the store.
Oh, okay.
I'm still contemplating G.I. Joe. I just need to finish. I need to stop and sit down for a weekend and really flesh out some of the rule issues that I have in G.I. Joe. So, Yeah, there's some. It's just weird.
Uh-oh, Mime. You need a 6 or higher fighting goblins to keep them off of her War Duke.
But goblins are friendly. You
Gotta-
shouldn't be killing goblins.
Kick that goblin away from your War Duke. You don't want him over there stealing your prize.
No, keep the goblin away from your dice.
Yeah, that too. That too. That's very true. This is the most fearful sandwich ever, by the way.
Well, speaking of your little background thing, it's making me hungry. I want to go make a sandwich
I'm
right now because I
so
haven't eaten yet
hungry.
today.
Yeah, me either. I'm so a 19.
Oh wow,
Man, you got to get an assist from the War Duke on that one. What's going on?
I don't know.
Well, Mime, let's start you off with one to start.
Do his dirty work.
Mime is the War Duke. We just didn't know it.
Or purchase.
We just didn't know it. So no, I think it's pretty cool. I'm a big fan of the system. I love that your skills get better through use and fail. I love the fail forward mechanic. Oh, I did. Did I show? I don't know if I showcased this last week. Did I show you this?
I don't recognize it, and it's upside down.
No, it's not. Is it?
Now
it's
not.
right side up. Okay. So this is Forged in the Dark Cyberpunk.
Oh, okay.
Now, this is
Tell
the
me more.
most beautiful packaging ever. I kicked
Wait,
this.
is that available, or is that something you?
It
got
was a
preview of?
Kickstarter. It was a Kickstarter. I think it's out for purchase now. Opens up in a split, right? I'm just gonna open the one side, but it flips out. Has information, and then inside are brochures. The brochures. Oh, that's not information. It's just cover. They are like really thick stock. Like, look at this. They're gorgeous. So, for example, this is the framework, which is like
what's it called?
Cyberpunk, but it's CBY PNK. Look at the inside of this. Like, it has got the gloss on some of the letters and stuff. Super clean, like super clean. This is the framework rules. This is the weird, which is your magic part, right?
Oh, it's augmented too.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is your predator. This is a predator adventure. The Mind the Gap is like this is the moderator for GMs. Hunting, and then the Rise. So this is the one side of it, right? The other side opens the same way. And these are your rule, right? And then dry erase pre-made character sheets for each one of the classes. Each one of the playbooks. And they're dry erase, front and back. So you got hunted. Yeah, dude.
It's not that bad. It's only $30.
No, dude, it is. I will buy a second one. 100%. It is one of the most gorgeous pieces of packaging I have seen. Like legitimately gorgeous. So I'm pretty happy with this. I thought this was awesome. I finally got this in the mail. This was a Kickstarter I did, I think, pre-Christmas. Super cool. Super cool. But yeah, it's we have one last job for you, runner. One last chance to clear your debt. Do you accept? Yes or no? You better not glitch this up.
Oh, it's up on Drive-Thru RPG too.
Yep. Yeah, and I have all the print files for it if I like want to print extra character sheets, stuff like that. Just really good craftsmanship. I haven't had a chance to totally read through it. This is part of my weekend to prep because this is when I'm going to run a Gen Con.
Wait, hold on. Let me switch back over.
For off-grid.
You are going to run it?
I'm running a Gen Con off-grid.
Have you have you sold out your seats yet or no?
No, off-grid. I'm not. It's not a for sale thing. It's just me running it off-grid. So if you're available,
Gotcha.
come play, kind of thing. I don't really.
What night?
I don't know yet. It depends on how crazy my schedule is. I don't usually. The only things I have booked is my stuff I'm doing for Cobalt Press. It's the only things that are scheduled for me, which are 3 panels and 2 VIP games. There is one slot left for the VIP game. They're pricey. They're like $50, but they come with a big grab bag for a Cobalt Press, and I believe there is a printed copy of the Tales of the Valiant Alpha in that grab bag, and we're doing a super short run of them, which will be worth some money in the long haul. Like, if anyone has Pathfinder First Edition still, I have 2 of those books. Those fuckers sell for like $500 right now for PF1. But yeah, so that's what I'm running there. I love Cyberpunk. I love Blades in the Dark, so it's like this perfect marriage for me.
Yep.
I don't know how long the longevity of it is. I don't know if there's growth in it. I know none of that shit. I haven't read it in full. So that's going to be my weekend. I'm going to be reading that. I'm going to do some Corpse Talk interviews while I'm at Gen Con. Super pumped for that. Bringing this little camera here, the new one, because it fits in a tiny little case. And then, ooh, that reminds me. I got to order a splitter for, or a hub.
All right, well, I just ordered myself a copy.
Nice. I don't know if they're going to be a Gen Con. Splitter / hub for my Surface. I need to get one. So I have some more ports. Some more port forwarding. But yeah, I'm pretty busy.
Sweet.
Yeah, I'm excited. You said you're doing a bunch of Marvel stuff, right?
Yeah, I do have the 2 games that I've lined myself up for, and there's also 2
Panels?
seminars.
Yeah.
That they're doing.
Yeah, Matt's a good
Panels
dude.
where-
I'm sure at some point in time I'll be drinking with Matt, so we usually end up together at 1 or twice at the con. I don't know if I'm going to go to the Ennies this year. I try to go to the Ennies to support, but it's so long, and I don't have anything personally up for the Ennies this year, so I don't think I'll go. A couple years I have. Yeah, I did all my votes. I did that too.
And I'm really excited. I mean, the amount of stuff that was in there from Free League is kind of impressive, honestly.
Free League is the #1 company right now. I mean, they're the biggest sponsor, I think, for Gen Con this year. One of them, Asmodee
really?
is probably the largest one, but I think Free League is sponsoring a big chunk of Gen Con this year.
I'm not surprised. I'm really not.
They're crushing it, dude. They don't know the word fail. They just don't.
Yeah, but they're still. You can tell by the way they produce stuff that they still keep failure in mind. They know failure is an option.
Yeah, so here's the thing about them that makes me super happy as like a content producer, but also as like a creative who does game design. They don't put anything out until they are done, polished, and the media kit is ready.
Yeah.
And I love that they don't do anything until the media kit's ready to be handed out. And the thing they realize, I try to teach companies, is the perspective inside isn't the same as the perspective outside. Stop mixing them up. If your stuff isn't finished, no one outside knows that if you haven't announced anything yet.
Yep.
Don't do it. Don't put the cart before the horse. Just get it done. Be ready to rock and roll. No matter how excited you are, be excited with the people on the inside of your company. And then when that shit's ready, launch it, put out everything. They get it. Whatever their process is for that, it's spot on. Spot on. I'm excited to hear their new IP. Because my understanding is we're getting a new IP, Riddles.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. I'm interviewing. I think Tomas is going to be at Gen Con this year. Because he couldn't last time because of COVID and travel. Because he's cross water, obviously. The guys from Orc Borg will be there. Pirate Borg will be there. I still got to pick up a copy of Cyborg. I think that's the one thing I want to pick up at Gen Con this year is Cyborg.
They just announced something new for Pirate Borg 2.
Did they?
There was something new going on with that.
I don't know what it would be. I don't know what it is. So for those who just joined, I saw we had some new people come in. This is the box for the month. I'm playing that on screen right now. This is the Pride Mimic box. We painted it last month. That's the Laughal that will be drawn at the end of the show. It's created by Works of Whimsy, painted by DG Riddles here. And this is up for the grab this month. You can either buy Ko-Fi tickets or you can buy StreamLoot cards and play them. If you can make Riddles laugh, you get your entries. Or one of the other numerous ways. Like if you get... Last week, Mime crushed it and filled an entire trivia thing by herself. I don't think I had any pieces. Did it?
Yeah.
So the whole thing got filled.
Kat started it and filled it in one sitting.
Yeah, so we finished that up. Everyone got an entry that day as well who was in chat, which is pretty cool. And then, what else was I going to say? If you get one of the rolls for battle, you got to roll above that number, and it tells you how many entries you get for that. Like the goblin that was just rolled for. They got a 19 and crushed that out of the park. So we have all those ready, and at about 10 to 15 minutes before the end of the show, we will close out everything and we will spin to win. But right now we're painting next month's, which is the Reaper,
Yes.
the Death Box. We went with the burning city in the background. Well, something's burning in the background. Probably the hopes and dreams of its victims. Ooh.
So this is the original version that I did.
Let me pull
I
this up
finished
on
that
big
over the
screen.
week. But this is the original like color combination palette that I used.
Mhm.
And then this is the first time I'm actually painting the big boxes though. So the end caps are a new thing for me to paint. The sides are,
Nice.
The little filigree on the sides that are in there was new for me to paint. So this was kind of a new piece. But you can definitely see the difference. Like we were talking about last week, how I went through and I re-blacked all
Yep.
of this before painting it. Whereas this one I didn't. And you can see that difference in the contrast, like what I was talking about.
Uh-huh.
You get a lot more contrast by putting that black back into it. Because as you're dry brushing all this other stuff, you're gonna get a little bit in there. It's damn near impossible to avoid.
Yeah.
So
Paint falls and grooves, man.
Yep, paint falls in groups. So yeah, but this is the color palette you guys wanted for the giveaway. But this is a completed one. Just sealed it this morning. But that's all the way through, And I did the ends slightly different for each one, kind of like I did with here.
Mhm.
You notice the lighter pieces over here, whereas on this end, oh no, this one's just bigger. This is the one where I switched it up, where I put the highlights from different angles.
Oh yeah, that one has a little more orange in it too.
Yeah.
And those just
So-
stick on the end of them.
Yeah,
Those
I gotta
get
glue them
glued in place.
once-
Yeah,
Yeah, they'll be glued in place once I'm done. So
nice.
we have those.
It'd be a
But for
really good
today,
block for a black deck for Magic the Gathering.
To finish this out, I've got to go in and clean up the black in the eyes and nose on both of these sides. Other than that, this is pretty much done. This, I need to do the border on the sides.
Oh,
so
you
we'll
even
get
painted
that
the
done.
inside of it red. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, I needed to.
Yeah.
Because when you open it up like this, you would see in there, and I didn't want it to be just that plain, the plain birch.
That reminds me of old Victorian carriage a lot.
Yeah, right.
It does.
So, but anyway, yeah. So, yeah, that's what we got to do today. We're gonna get that done, and I'm hoping I have time because what I'd really like to do is come back through here and do some highlight, like rim light kind of notes on these clouds to give them a little more depth. So I want to bring a little bit of either orange or yellow into this and really make the clouds kind of like stand on their own. Because right now they're very
Kind of part of the
there, but they're
background.
kind of flat. Yeah.
A
So
little edge highlighting, maybe?
Yep.
Or
So I
black
just need to bring
around
some-
them or something?
Well, that's what I was talking about with rim light.
Yeah. I agree.
So
I really like that
Cool.
design a lot. It covers the box well.
yes, it does. I mean, it took a minute to find all the pieces to put this together. Again, I mean, we talked about that last time, but I'm happy with the way it all came out. It's kind of funny because the original version I did had the frame that I have here
Mm-hmm.
was actually the frame for the whole piece.
What do you mean frame for the whole piece?
So like this was the frame for the whole design when I had it on the. Yeah.
When it around the top. Yeah, I get what you. And then
Yeah.
you just opened it up instead and got rid of
Yep.
the frame. I like
So-
it like that this way a lot more. It gives
This
you
is
like a
fun.
full
For
art
this
piece.
purpose, this is for this kind of piece.
Hmm?
I wouldn't do it in a frame.
I really like those boxes a lot.
They're fun, and there's a lot you can do with them, dude. I mean, we talked about that last week with the amount of stuff that you can do.
Yeah.
So,
Are they vending at all at Gen Con or no?
no, I don't think she's gonna be at Gen Con
No.
that I can remember off the top of my head. Because I mean, if she was gonna be at Gen Con, I would have definitely set up some kind of like chill and hang out kind of moment.
Right, yeah, for sure. I was hoping she would be. I haven't met her in person. Her or her
Yeah,
husband.
There's a lot of people going that I have never actually met in person that I would love to meet.
I should really do an EFP meetup because I know. So I mean, obviously Diana, Adam, and now Drew's going as well. Kelly's gonna be there. I'll be there. You'll be there. I mean, basically, over half of the cast from all the shows and hosts from the shows are gonna be there, and then I know a bunch of the fans of the shows are gonna be there as well.
I've only done one thing on EFP. I mean, other than this.
No, well, I mean, yeah, but you were on this every week with me.
Yeah.
And then you were on the Darkest House, which don't worry, we're gonna have more coming up for Athantia here.
That
October.
was fun. I had a lot of fun doing that.
I love Darkest House. I think it's a really fun set piece. We're gonna do one more of those here, probably about halfway through the season of Athantia. That starts in October, and we're gonna be able to have guest stars on it. So basically, the way I'm setting up this season is 3-episode arcs with one big arc. So it'll be 13 episodes like normal. It'll have a 3-episode arc, and then I'll be able to tag out some of the cast members to bring in guest stars. Because I don't like having more than... I really like 4 on screen plus GM. I don't really like 5 on screen. I think that trying to do a 2-hour show with 5 people, especially with something as rules heavy as Pathfinder, can be very difficult.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be doing some fun stuff though coming up. Beginning of the show, audiences are gonna be rolling a set of D20s for a bunch of the rolls for the show that I get to just scratch off during the show and use for like monster fights and stuff. So excited for that. And then we're doing Coriolis. That's what we're starting with here in September on Mondays, and then Tuesdays are gonna be Blade Runner. We just announced that.
I really do enjoy that setting.
Which one? Blade Runner or Coriolis?
Coriolis.
Coriolis. Coriolis. I keep saying Coriolis. Coriolis. I'm excited for it. I need to really read the history of the game setting because it is very different. I want to make sure I do it justice. Because otherwise, I'm just running another space game.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, watch Dune. And my answer is no, I fucking hate Dune. It's one of my least favorite stories, best visuals.
Fair enough.
I love the visuals. I love the concept and everything. I did not like the books. I did not like the old series, and I sure as shit didn't like the new series.
Don't start with the. Honestly, for me, don't go past the first book.
Yeah. But I love the visuals. I love the concept. I love the history behind. Like I like all that stuff. I just didn't like the writing, and the show is too slow. Like I love a good slow burn. I really do. But that is a different level of slow. But I do like the concept. So I think what I'm going to be doing, the way I was explained it, two ways that people told me the setting feels. It is Arabian Nights in space, right? Someone else told me it's Firefly if all the Western stuff was Middle Eastern.
Yep, that would work.
And I was like, oh, well, I can definitely do that. So I'm excited for that. I ran a lot of Middle Eastern styled games back in the day, back when, what was D&D's old cultural appropriation book called?
Al-Qadar?
Al-Qadim. Is that what
sure
it is?
Al-Qadim?
I think it's
I think
Al-Qadim.
it's Al-Qadar.
If Scott's here, Scott might know. But anyway, I ran that a lot because I had 2 friends growing up that moved from the Middle East to here for military like their parents are in military contracts. And they moved here, and I ran a whole bunch of stuff with them and learned a whole bunch of stuff about Middle Eastern culture. And I loved running that stuff. Jinn is a very different concept when you hear why it is what it is from people who believe in it. Just like fairy stuff and folklore out of like Finland and stuff is very different if you actually talk to people from there. Yeah. So that's it's super cool.
Like in Vesson, it's... Oh, geez, I left this open. That's going to suck. Trolls can go out in daylight.
Yep.
And they don't have an issue with fire.
Mm-mm.
Aren't they
like kind of like trickery based?
Huh?
Aren't they like manipulation and trickery? Yeah. Oh, speaking of like Finnish and Swedish and their like Irish folklore, like that kind of style. Dude, I just watched Unwelcomed on Shudder.
Okay.
Fuck me, that was a good ride. For those who haven't seen it, do you remember the TV series Killjoys?
No.
Main actress from Killjoys is in it. The guy who played O'Brien from Star Trek, the engineer, I can never remember the actor's name. He's in
Cole
it.
Meany.
Yes, thank you. He's in it. And then the gentleman who plays Hodor is also in it. It is a dark horror based around red caps. Yes.
Based around what?
Red caps.
Oh, okay.
And I thought it was like it looks like Jim Henson level puppeteering. But I watched like some behind the scenes and stuff after I watched the movie. It is dark, it is gruesome, it is bloody. It's gonna be a cult classic. I can like feel it already. What they did is, did you ever see Stephen King's series Cat Eye or movie Cat Eye? I think is what it was called.
Yeah.
The
It's an
Goblin.
anthology piece.
Yeah, the Goblin that was in there.
Yeah.
The way that they did that is similar to what they did for this, but they had people who were like that played some of the Ewoks and some other newer actors that play short-statured characters.
Right.
So they had them play them, and then they had a guy make all these masks, like do really good sculpts, make the masks, and then they did facial capturing on a really animated facial actor, and then they put those over top of them. So these things look creepy as hell. And red caps are one of my favorite fae of all time. I can't. It's on Shudder. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend watching it. It is a killer. Shudder is super cheap to get too. If you want Shudder for a year, it's like $50, I think. If you like horror movies, but my God, I watched that with some friends. It is stellar. Like, I'm gonna rewatch it because they set it up to be a sequel, and they said if they do a sequel, it's gonna be based on Irish Fomorians, which Fomorians in Irish culture are water-based. They're giants that are water-based. So it's going to be like goblins versus giants or red caps versus giants. I can't wait. Really good piece, though. Really, really good. If people have cards at all, play your cards. Get your entries in. We had some Ko-Fi tickets bought. We have a bunch of entries for this month. Mime is in the lead right now, but we all know that doesn't mean anything. One ticket can win it for you. And then... if you're on Twitter, X, whatever the it is called now, we obviously put a bunch of stuff shared out there. But you can pick up Ko-Fi, you can play your StreamLoot cards, all that kind of stuff. Here's the Ko-Fi if you don't feel like playing cards. I'll put that in chat. Do you got any new pieces you can talk about yet? Or you still can't talk about the really cool one yet, can you? You gotta wait till Gen Con?
I gotta wait till Gen Con. So, but here we go. I will say, I have... All right, so some woods are trickier than others.
True.
When you're working with them, and everybody should know that. I would hope. Not all woods are the same.
I mean, and that's definitely true in all aspects of life.
The way that cedar is, working with cedar in a thin kind of application can be extremely finicky. So what happens is you end up getting a lot of fill. Your failure rate is kind of high can be high with cedar when you're working with a more delicate process. But to that point, the particular company in mention of this that are making it just found that cedar was going to be too much of an issue, but they have a bunch of pieces from their first batch that are still left over, and so I'm picking up a bunch of those. And when they get here, I will not next week, but because we're off next week, but our first week back, so the second Tuesday of August, I'm going to show them all here. I think 6 different designs I ordered. And you guys are going to be able to pick which one of those designs on this new box is going to be our next month's raffle piece or piece that we paint. So.
I'm excited.
There's going to be, I have 6 designs going on this new piece, and just to start, I actually sent them a ton of designs.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, and I can get any of my once it's ready for launch, I'll be able to get any of my designs on it that I want. So I'm not worried about that. I don't know what they're going to be offering on their site per se for either of the individuals involved. So,
have you seen? Have you seen Work of Whimsy's walkthrough of their studio that they put up today?
Yeah, you notice those giant tower she's selling now?
I was just gonna mention that. Here, let me play. I'll pull it up here. I actually have it pulled up so I can show it on the screen. Give me a second.
I've been very nervous about going to her site to look to see how much those cost because, I want one.
Look at this, everybody.
But if you have not seen it, it is a giant. So her giant deep dice, like this right here.
Here,
right?
I'm playing it on screen right now.
This big guy right here, right? It's a whole set of these from the 20 to the 4 that is drift globe made compatible, so it lights up.
I mean, look at the there. Let me rewind it. It's right at the start. They're huge.
Yep.
I feel like they need a rod that comes out of them with a lampshade on them. Like, a gelatinous cube lampshade. Just a clear, transparent, plasticky, with things printed on it, lampshade. But that's awesome. I had never seen their shop before. That's a pretty big basement space for this.
Yeah.
That's really cool. And where do you know where they're based out of? Where are they based out of? Are they East Coast? Right?
No.
I think it's East Coast.
I want to say I should know because I order from them like almost every week. So you would think I would know. Honestly, I can't remember off the top of my head.
I can't either. I just saw that I was scrolling through. I'm still calling it Twitter. I don't give a shit. They're gonna get sued. X is gonna go away. Very cool.
Yeah, for those of you not aware,
they're gonna get their ass sued off. There's no way it turns out.
Under the meta tag or under meta from Facebook, they own the usage of X in social media for this kind of purpose. And then you have Microsoft owns X because of the Xbox 360. So
right.
Yeah, the X in the X logo is all owned by So
yeah.
Did you notice the design flaw in their new X logo? This Twitter X logo.
I mean, the fact that it's just garbage.
There is a visual phenomenon when you break a line.
Hold on here. Let me pull it up. This logo here. Okay.
My delayed, but
I know. I have it up.
Yeah. So the new X is, if you look at the one that the thin line, the one thin line.
Yep. It looks like it's staggered.
Right, and the reason it's actually not staggered. It's a visual illusion. If you drew across, it would look like it's actually, it would be a solid line, which in the sense of like engineering makes sense. But as a designer,
sometimes your optics, you have to trust your eye and not the tool.
Exactly. So what needs to happen is that they should be like this.
Yep, they should be. Yes, exactly. I did notice that. I was like, oh, you morons.
Not this, but this. There should be, and that's how you fix that break in the illusion.
Or where the carve is in the middle, you need to take the top and bottom off.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Yeah.
It's bad design.
It is a that is, and this is the point that I think a lot of artists and designers need to understand. Just because people have access to AI and can do stupid shit like this whenever they want, doesn't mean that they know what they're.
That has nothing to do with AI. First off, don't blame AI. That's not.
Well,
That's
no,
not
no. I know
case.
this wasn't done with AI, but what I'm saying is like, even though people have access to AI, they still don't have like this little bit of knowledge.
That is
you
the
know?
difference between experience and inexperience.
Yes.
And I believe that was probably someone who was hired. It did not get passed through anybody. It got one pass. No one was like, visually we should move. No one did that. That is literally just experience versus inexperience. It has nothing to do with AI.
Well, it could also just be Elon being an idiot.
Or he made it.
Because I mean, I and if you look at like the history of Twitter too, he fires people left and right. So
Yeah, I mean,
nobody at
who
this
knows
point
who it
is
was?
probably willing to be anything other than a yes man.
Does SpaceX
So-
look the same way?
Oh, that's a good question. I didn't think about that.
No, different brand. They have the swoosh on theirs. They have the upside down
Okay.
Nike swoosh.
Oh, yeah.
I'm glad he doesn't run SpaceX. I'm glad it's another group that was like, no. Thank you for your money, but no. Oh no, that's not good. I do love me some egg drop soup though. I do. Oh, there was another
Wait, what?
launch.
Who's got egg drop soup?
Scott's wife was sick. He went to get her egg drop soup.
Oh, dude. Oh,
I'm sick
I'll tell
too.
you my favorite whenever I'm sick, especially when I've got congestion, egg drop soup mixed with hot and sour.
Hot and
soup.
sour, baby. Yes.
You mix those two together, it's such an amazing.
When I worked at
flavor
PF
for
Chang,
soup.
we used to do that all the time on the line. We would mix them.
Oh,
It's great. It's great.
now I'm hungry again. Damn it.
I'm starving. I'm definitely making food after this. Definitely making food after this. But yeah, it's been fun. It's been a fun week. I'm so busy. Oh hey, I'll do this here. So the Tales of the Valiant minis.
Oh, dude. Monument Hobbies has another round of paint coming out.
Oh really?
Another signature series. And this one has a petroleum brown that's supposed to give you a little bit of that oil slick kind of base.
Oh, well, I'd be interested.
So if you take that and then you put like a color shift on top of it, that'll give.
So I got these in. I'm gonna try not to knock them over and break them because I gotta paint them live tomorrow. These are the new Valiant minis. If you are gonna be at Gen Con and you're at one of the 120 tables, you walk away with your mini, which is pretty cool. I really like these. They turned out well. It was Eldritch Foundry that printed them.
I love Eldritch Foundry.
Yeah, and they're solid. A couple of them came broke. I fixed those. I mean, that's just miniature life. But they come solid. You don't have to even assemble them though. So I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah, I've gotten 2 pieces from them. I mean, yes, you have.
She's
to
got
wait for them because
COVID.
they're
Fuck,
in the
bro.
UK, but totally worth waiting for. I mean, I love the minis I've gotten from them so far.
I'm excited. I think it looks good. I think the models look great. I'm excited to paint them. The only thing I don't like, and this is this is just the hobbyist in me, they already have the bases on them are textured with like cobblestone and stuff like that. I don't like when my miniatures come with a textured base, unless it comes with a series of them where I can change them out, or when they're attached to them. Because if I want to change the base out, now I gotta try to cut it without cutting their foot. Never a fan of that, but I'm a little more of an extreme hobbyist. And like Cinos, everyone has cobblestone or brick besides Cino and the Ranger. Ranger has dirt. Cino has like this terracotta tile for the cleric one. I wish they didn't have texture bases. I'm a big fan of making my own, or I have a whole bunch of just little thin discs that I can put down. I have a hole puncher. I found at a craft store a hole puncher that is the perfect size for the top of 40K bases, and I would just hole punch them out of textured cardstock and shit, and then dress them up. Yeah, dude, one of the best things I ever found. I need to find another one because I've dulled that one. You do a couple thousand troops, eventually that hole punch doesn't want to work anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been pretty wild. I gotta film my full review for the Dragonlance box. I would really like to do it before I go to Gen Con because they have the Dragonlance box on sale right now for Beetle and Grimm. It's a gorgeous piece, and if you're going to run it at home, I think it's well worth the price of admission if you're a Dragonlance fan. I will say, I don't know if I'll be running D&D again for a while. I will still pick up Sigil. I know it's Sigil, but I don't call it that. I'm still going to pick up Planescapes. I don't know if they're going to ruin it like they did Spelljammer, but I want it for my collection.
I hope they don't, but you never know. They've not proven themselves reliable as far as like.
Fuck, no, they haven't.
Player satisfaction recently.
Not at all. I do. It's my favorite setting. It's that, then Ravenloft, and then Spelljammer. Oh no, that, then Ravenloft, then Dark Sun, then Spelljammer. That's my order.
Good to say, you gotta get that Dark Sun in there.
Yeah,
man.
I love Dark Sun. It was just really hard to find parties that wanted to play it. I think nowadays Dark Sun would crush.
Oh, I agree. Well, I mean, obviously there's some things you need to address.
I don't agree with that at all. Actually, I think it's a fantasy set piece.
I speak this only in the sense of if you want to be truly marketable.
I feel that then you don't make that set piece ever. Because the players are playing.
I understand.
The players are playing it in a lot of aspects, and it's not a specific culture or person or anything that is under slavery in Dark Sun. It's everybody.
No, I understand that. I get it. But
I think you just have to write it correctly.
Yeah.
But you can't get rid of it. You also can't get rid of the cannibalistic halflings. Like, there's things that gots to stay. I just don't think they'd ever do it. What I would love to see is Shadow of the Demon Lord to get a hold of it. And for them to take the Shadow of the Demon Lord version and put it out under that. Someone made one with the trade dress and everything. I might have shared that to you, which is awesome. There's no reason to run it under any other system than Shadow of the Demon Lord. And speaking of which, Rob Schwab's Weird Wizard Kickstarter is launching right after Gen Con. Super excited for that.
Speaking of Kickstarters, we were talking about this earlier. One of our friends of the channel, I guess a good way to put it, Naturally Nerdy, has a new Kickstarter that he's going to be getting going soonish.
Oh, cool.
But if you're following him on any of his socials, he's got this larger display piece made for your high-end dice goblin, basically. That really kind of showcases, I think it's 5 sets of dice.
Let me see if I can pull it up here. What is his Twitter handle? It's different.
I thought it was Naturally Nerdy.
I don't know. Oh yeah, it's just naturally, and then it has a dagger her body. That's what it always pulls up. Does he have it? Oh, is it the tray? The tray one?
Yeah, it's that tray looking one.
Hold on here. I'll pull it up on screen for everybody. I haven't seen this yet, so this is news to me.
Yeah, but it's a nice, like, I'm not sure if I would use it as a travel piece.
Good table piece.
Good home display. That's kind of nice.
Well, that's really cool. And the top's the rolling tray.
Yep.
I like this.
And I think Elderwood is going to be doing something similar as well.
I love how the D20s are in their own little segment of piece. The only thing that's rough on this one is you are not putting anything that can be damaged in here.
Yeah.
Because they touch each other. But for like all the high-end artisan resin pieces, this is great.
Yeah.
And they're wide enough. It looks like it should fit Dispel dice as well. You know, that's always like the big test.
one. I mean,
yeah.
Dispel makes their dice are oversized.
They're thick.
The classic, which is not a bad thing.
Those are cool looking. I actually really like those.
So yeah, but that's and apparently he's got the announcement I saw says there's 3 artists that he's got lined up, and each artist I think did 2 designs.
Oh, cool.
At this
now
point.
You got to get your stuff over there.
I'm sure if he needed me, he would have asked for me.
Hell no. He probably didn't even remember. Gotta ask. We have him on. I will do it. Be like, yo, what's Dice Goblin doing for you?
For all I know, he may have went to look for me and couldn't find me under 88.
I was just gonna say, maybe he doesn't know you changed your name. I'll do it right now.
Yeah, no, those boxes, for like a good home display, I think it's a great idea. And I feel like if you took a small, like angle, like similar to a doorstop, and you pushed it up underneath it, you could actually hang it on the wall.
Agreed. Yeah, 100%.
You know, but you just need a little bit of that lift or something, or you know, like some kind of wall hanger to put it on. But yeah, I saw it. I thought it was fun. I really enjoyed it.
Those are really clean. Oh, you did gold. Oh, speaking of royal carriages, it looks like a gold rim on it.
Honestly, I see it now, and I look at it. I'm going like, I want animal crackers.
I want animal crackers. Could you imagine if you painted this in white and Pepto-Bismol pink? Oh my lord.
Oh.
I disagree, Scott. I don't want clear bases. I don't like that at all because a lot of times you're just playing on a flat, gridded nothingness, and flat clear doesn't carry texture, and texture is what catches light. So I'd rather have I just want them blank, or I want them not on the base so I can just attach them.
Yeah, but if you're playing in a regular group and like Mark, the store owner, he's got so much Dwarven Forge, it's ridiculous.
Sure.
And, you know, if you've got a home group like that where you're playing on
clear
material
they
all
don't
the time,
look that good,
clear
though.
could be really freaking fun.
I've done them with clear. They just don't look good. Like, it's too shiny. Like, you think you're going to see the stuff through it well, but depending on the angle you're at, you just don't. The best thing would be is if people found a way to make managers stand on their own no matter what. That would be the best way to do it. Without a base, but it'll never happen. Their feet would have to be so big. You can do stanchions between their feet, I guess, but I don't like the clear. I've tried it. I have plenty of them. Whoa, speaking of kind of miniature stuff, the cardstock monsters in the Dragonbane
Those things are freaking cool.
They're really nice, really thick. They got a really good weight to them. They look like they'll take some punishment and use, which I'm excited for. It's a nice little box set to like sit down and be like, let's play, because it has the pre-made characters in it and all that stuff. Yeah. Have you seen the new dossier coming out for Blade Runner?
I have not looked at it too closely, but yes, I am very much aware of it.
I'm curious to see how they do that. The first one was that came with it's pretty good. Everyone's played it now, I think, but they're supposed to all be a part of things together, right? Like, isn't it supposed to be one continued series, all dossiers? Aren't they supposed to be like a case file leading up to something?
I don't know.
I think that's what they'd said originally. I'm 90% sure. Scott might know. Scott,
Well,
do you remember?
It would make sense based on what they're doing with Aliens. Because if you're an Aliens player and you're following that whole system...
Yeah, that's one big story arc, right?
Well, they've had the 3 boxes that are the big story arcs, but all your individual tales are something different. So I could see that kind of working both ways for Blade Runner if they wanted to.
Yeah, I just thought that they all were dossiers that went together. I'm pretty fucking sure.
Yeah, no, like I said, it wouldn't surprise me because if you go on to Alien, you'll see that they're all associated with each other.
Right.
At least the box sets. You have the original box set, then you go into I think Destroyer of Worlds is next, and then Heart of Darkness is after that.
Yeah, Scott said that they're going to be like the Alien box set. Can be played as a long campaign or standalone. I like them a lot. I still have been collecting old wallets for Blade Runner so that when I go to conventions, I can have like the cards and folded up character sheets and like a badge in them. So that you just reach into a box and pull out an old wallet and it has everything in it for your character.
Nice.
Yeah, I thought it'd be kind of a cool set piece for that. But so I've been trying to find like old leather wallets that are beaten and tattered and look like they've kind of been through hell. Because everyone throws those away. I just want them. I want them to look worn, so they fit the set piece. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what's at Gen Con. Last year's was fun for me. I think that the vendor hall felt very different than what we're used to, because that was like the first big one after COVID.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see how this one goes. Yeah, I'm excited to run it. Scott, I'm running it on Tuesdays. It's going to be a short series in September. I'm not running the box set because so many people played the box set. I may use some of the art assets from it. But I'm not using the box for it, the dossier. I'm going to run my own. Yeah, I played it at GaryCon with Kelly briefly, and that's where I came up with the idea of wallets. I thought would be cool. It's just it's a cool set piece. Like, I love Blade Runner. You got to have the right cast for it, though. I really believe that they have to love Blade Runner to live in it. Or I think the hardest thing for people to get over playing Blade Runner is that replicants are just a part of the world now. That part's a little weird. And that you can tell who a replicant is, that's also kind of weird for people. That's not something you're used to from the movies and everything else. Because those are like, you're trying to find them and use the Krieger piece and all that kind of stuff. Or whatever it's called. Not the Krieger. What's it called? What the hell's the device called?
Can't remember it.
Starts with a K.
Scott.
But anyway, so people, it's weird for people because they're like, oh, you mean they just work with us now? It's like, yeah, the new Nexus model works with you all. So we'll see. We'll see how people take it. I don't know where I'm going to run it at yet, though. I don't know if I'm going to base it on in the main city, and isn't it like LA? It's where LA is, right? If I remember correctly. Or if I'm going to put it on one of the planets, because I'm really thinking about putting it on a planet. That's my current idea. Sending them somewhere, because if I remember correctly, they fly to a decent amount of things in the solar system. So I might use that. I don't know. We'll see. Or I might just base it US, because my other sci-fi shows can be all over the place. In the third, what is it? The third horizon, I think is what they call it, right? For Coriolis?
Yes.
So that I'm gonna do a lot of that one on a space station. But someone told me the space combat's pretty fun for that, very similar to Star Trek, where everybody kind of has a purpose, which is nice, because space combat in most games sucks. Like, there's not many companies who get space combat right. It's just boring when one person's doing all the piloting. Yeah, I thought about doing that too, Scott. I mean, we did that Alien Fugitive one, which was kind of that concept. Where they have to hide. It's just weird because I don't know how you would ever really use that device to find out if someone's a replicant, when it sounds like you can just look at them in Blade Runner and know they're a replicant. It's just an odd setup to me. But I haven't read it deeply enough to really know. I need to dig in a little bit more. So what do we got left on this box, Riddles?
Well, as you can see, I'm working in the highlights into the clouds there, which makes a significant impact. But this is,
oh yeah,
oh
hell yeah.
I mean, this is, extra time that I'm gonna. I couldn't do this for everyone that I do unless I'm only doing one-offs.
Yeah, so it's that extra level of detail.
Yeah. Because I've found that for the non-one-offs, for the regular ordered items, most people are not looking for anything too over the top.
Right.
I guess is the way to put it. They just don't seem to gravitate toward it.
Is the paint company that you're using right now, are they going to be at Gen Con?
I think so. I'm pretty sure.
I want to talk to them about using that miniature for Corpse Talk. That big fucking undead Death Knight one.
Are you showing that to everybody on stream?
Yeah, I have so far. Corpse Talk is taking a lot of work. The biggest hurdle I have right now is the virtual tabletop to make it work right. That's the biggest hurdle I have right now. Biggest hurdle. In person, it'll just be a map, and they'll just be in that map section.
Right.
But for online, because I want it to be easy to use by just clicking, I'm kind of stuck with what I can use. So we'll see what I figure out. I really want to use Alchemy. I like their interface and the look of their stuff a lot. And I can easily make a Mork board character sheet there. Guess whose alarm never went off? You have guests at the house serving hands. Understandable.
Yeah, we got some very nice little highlights going on in there.
Yeah, I like the shadowed clouds and the highlights on it. It makes a big difference.
And I think I'm gonna use a little bit of brown. They make a good. Actually, ooh, you know what? The wash might be better. They make a good brown. They make a good series of washes as well.
Washes are, I'll tell you what, man. The best washes in the hobby industry currently, still, unless you make your own, are GW. So if these guys make good washes, I'm sold.
Yeah, I've got the black and the brown so far, and I've been happy with both of them.
Because a good wash is rare, man.
But you don't want to use on something like this when you're using your warm tones.
No. What was that?
Don't go black.
Oh, never go black. No.
Yeah, for if you're like washing something like this, where you're really just trying to increase the shadow depth.
Yep. Brown mix the black wash. Those work. Griffin Sepia is my favorite from Games Workshop.
Yeah, this is their brown that I'm using right now, and it'll provide shadow without being over, like black would be over. You just practically too much. You want to be more subtle than that. So stick to your warm palette. Use a brown. I guess if you wanted to, you could even use an orange, but I don't know how well that would.
Or you can even use some cool colors if you need to, if you want to bring a different tone in.
Yep.
Purples,
the only other
blues.
one if I was doing shadowing on something like this, if I already had a touch with the gray, I think it would distract. But if I used purple as my shadow, would be your other one. And the nice thing about the whole using a wash for this kind of stuff, and this is still kind of new to me, so I'm still, if you guys have any comments or
I love
suggestions or anything, go for it. But you can layer your washes on a flat surface or an engraved surface like this.
Sure can.
And intensify, like basically shading within shading. And that's how you get good depth on a lot of stuff, is shading within shading. It's the subtleties that you add in that give it a depth that most people just wouldn't think of at first, think possible, I guess.
I'm a big fan of washes. Big fan.
I'm still getting used to them on minis. I use them more for like stuff like this where I'm kind of like blend shading.
I'll be using them a lot tomorrow. 9 hours. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get all of these painted. The biggest problem is this isn't a batch paint style. They're all individual. And I'm only painting them to tabletop. I'm not painting them to pro level. I'm just doing tabletop ready, real clean, really fast. Get them done, put them out. I'm doing some slap chop methods, doing some wash methods. I got a bunch of scale 75 skin tones. I'm gonna use those pretty much out of the bottle with a little bit of mixing. I'll be using my chimeras. And then tonight, what I want to do is set up all the post pieces on that I'm going to paint them on. I have this great, I think I have it over here, hold on. So I picked this up, which is one of my favorite things I've picked up lately. Have you seen these riddles? These little stand pieces for painting minis.
One sec.
You hold them and you can actually rotate them.
Oh, yeah, I've seen those.
So I have
There's
one of
ones that-
these.
The one I want is from Ferox. But
This
I
is
think they're
red
in-
grass. But there's it's magnetic, I think, is how they do this. But your mini normal bases fit inside of it. So I just have museum wax. So I'll just use museum wax on it, and you can literally rotate it, which will be great for painting them.
Yep. Well, he has the handles too, but this will give you an idea of what they do. I'll drop it in Discord on you.
So I'm going to be using this tomorrow. I just don't know what this piece is for. I think this is the magnetic piece. For some reason, there's it's so you can, if you need to stand it on something, this is magnetic, which I think is kind of weird. Like, I never really attached this to anything. Like, I don't ever set a mini on. I'm always holding it when I'm painting. I don't know about you. For miniature, I'm holding it. I'm never setting it down and painting it. So that'll get used tomorrow. Oh, I heard.
Yeah, look at the one I just sent you, because he not only has the
yeah. I have one of these too.
Yeah, but it's got that nice stabilizer that you can use, and he sells the stabilizer in different sizes.
Yeah, so I took the stabilizer off. It gets in the way for me more than it does anything else. I think if I was painting a bigger mini, it would be good. But like, I don't know. What I do like about his though is he sells these caps separate, and this has a cap, right? I want a ton of these. I need to find somebody who 3D prints these, so I can just have the miniature attached to them and take them on and off. Because all it is this tiny little metal, kind of threaded piece. I think his is similar to that, but his come on and off. That's the one thing I did like about his a lot. I didn't find myself using the stabilizer at all. But I do like his a lot. The hand piece for it's nice and thick, which I like too. Your hand doesn't get as tired. Oh, I didn't even pull it on the screen. I'm sorry, everybody. We're talking about these here.
For me, that's I would be hard pressed to use them, but.
So we got cards coming in.
Ah, shit.
It's about time. Oh,
what do you guys think of this?
I think if I didn't have to work all day, I'd sleep in and almost miss watching paint dry all day long. Thanks, Serving Ants. Thanks. I like it a lot. I think the shadows help a lot. Let me put it on a bigger screen so everybody can see it. Yeah, the shading underneath helps a ton to push it forward and give it some depth on the clouds.
Ooh, look at that. Close-up view. How you like that? Yeah.
Looks really good. There's a lot of detail in that, man. There's lots of detail. I love the wood block look. I've always been a fan of wood block.
It's really hard to capture the detail on the camera.
It had it. If you just left it still, it did it. It picked it up. You just can't see it on your end, but I can see it in the final when it adjusts. Yeah, it's not adjusting now, but it was on it. Pull it back a touch. Like, it had it all. It had, like, all the little grain pieces and everything from the wood block. There it is. Leave it alone. Nope, it's gone now. You had it and it's gone now.
Damn it. I'm trying to find the right lighting for it.
I don't know if it's the lighting. I think it's the distance from it, from the autofocus.
Could be.
If you bring it back down into it again, it did focus on it once you had it on it. But that looks really good. I like that a lot. I actually really like the gold around the edges of it as well.
But it's actually just yellow.
I know. I'm calling it gold. It looks gold.
I know.
Oh no! Mime is back for it. War Duke demands an offering. Make your roll.
How has that become the most popular one?
No, this is the War Duke demands an offering. What do you give him? Serving hands.
Oh shit!
That is the demanded offering.
Oh.
Serving hands just got sacrificed.
Serving hands, you gonna stand for that? You gonna stand for that?
Not my fault. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. Oh, coffee. Is Smuggler gonna be at Gen Con?
I'm out of coffee. Smugglers? No, I don't think so. Because they are moving this week.
They're moving their warehouse this week.
They're doing their last batch of grinds not grinds.
Beans.
Roast bean right now to be ready for the move. So they're moving. They're actually changing states. I mean, not states, but cities. They'll be in a
really?
different town. And it's more accommodating for them, you know.
Got this conversation in chat.
Oh, do I really want to know?
After I said serving hands up for offering, serving hands says, but he never wanted me before. And Mime says, I'm letting them spend time together. God damn.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
People doing the whole ownership of the War Duke, huh?
Oh, did I ever show you the dye I picked up from Etsy? Or no, from one of those ads on Facebook, and the horrible quality it was when I got it, and they will not give me my money back for it.
Why am I not surprised?
And PayPal won't do anything about it either. Like, it is so bad. Let me see if I can get this on the screen. You're supposed to be able to see the mind flare that is inside of it. It looks like epoxy was poured. It has got a flat spot, so it's like a Cthulhu female looking mind flare, but you can barely see it. They won't give me my money back for it. So I need to polish this thing, but it literally has the wrinkle marks from like cellophane being on it.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Yeah, I was pissed, but they won't replace it for me. They won't do anything for me. They don't care. They don't care.
Most companies don't.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people out there looking just to doing the money grab. And it happens in every industry. Anytime something gets hot, you're going to see that. It's going to have knockoffs. It's a whole 9 yards. So, yeah, whatever. You just got to be, as when you're in I'm pretty sure everybody in chat's wise to this, but this is the way our world works.
I got these and I totally didn't show these to you.
Because you don't love me
back on. What does it say? How does one get the title War Duke? Asking for a friend. You got to murder a lot of people. So, I picked up a bunch. I really wanted to
over me.
I really wanted to start doing a bunch of miniature work again. I just wanted to kind of do it as a relaxing piece. Time has not allowed it, but I'm aiming towards it. I picked up two things. I do a lot of modifications to minis. I do a lot of like custom pieces. So I picked up this. It's a rechargeable portable drill. Have you seen these little pen drills that came out?
Oh, nice.
So I picked up one of these. Comes with bits, and it's USB rechargeable, so no battery. Picked up that, and it comes in a nice little case. I do wish the case sealed, so I'm gonna add magnets to it. But one of my favorite miniature painters and content creators for Miniature Maniac, did a Kickstarter for a brush coffin to hold your brushes for travel. Look at this. I'll go to solo to make it a little bit easier. Whoop. So I got the nice bright red for Maniac, from Miniature Maniac. It's 2 levels. It has like the normal foam for travel purposes. And then underneath it, it's got another storage space. So it fits a Dremel and stuff like that in it as well. So I picked this up just to have something to put all my brushes in it because I have so many fucking brushes that I use. And I travel to a local game shop a lot to play. And I like to bring my stuff, but I hate bringing my I have a huge rolling tackle box that all my stuff's in. I don't like bringing it all the time. So I got these this month. I think I finally got these in. The brush coffin's pretty nice. I have 2 other foam inserts for it, but this little Dremel thing that I got, this portable drill for pinning, perfect. It's so nice. Yeah. And it was cheap. I got it on Amazon, actually. And it was pretty cost effective. I think it was like $30 maybe. So pretty happy with that. Pretty happy with that. Are you dry brushing again?
Not super dry brushing, but I wanted to bring this color. This is the red for ink that I use.
Sure.
And it's clashing a little bit with like the hues in here, so I'm bringing it to a different color.
Oh, you're just adding some more. Are you stippling it right now?
Not
or are you
really.
actually painting it? Oh, you're painting it. Now, you said you were worried about it not being able to close if you painted that, though.
No. It's not about worrying about it closing, but worrying about wear on the paint.
Oh, like scuffing?
Yep. But with the red underneath it...
Even if it scuffs, it'll just...
Yeah, you would get that darker red in the scuffs.
Yeah.
As long as you're not gouging it. If you gouge it somehow, then yeah, you're going to take that down to the wood again.
Oh, I hear more cards getting played. Okay. I love this card. It's the Bob Ross card.
Nice.
What mini would you want Bob Ross to paint? Warduke eating spaghetti 1 noodle at a time with Mime Goblin. Jesus Christ. Fuck me. It's not... Oh.
This whole little battle, I'm just going to say, this whole little battle between these two is super freaking cute. I love it.
It's right up there with the fight over the Cthulhu box.
Yeah, but this is stretching much longer than the Cthulhu box.
Yeah, there's love involved. Oh, fuck.
All right, while we're letting that dry, I'm going to put these pieces on the ends so we can see those finally. Because I added some red to the ends too, just to kind of help bring it all together.
Sure.
I wanted to tie together, you know? I don't like having things that don't tie together easily as far as colors go.
What kind of freaking base would what? I hate this.
Who wants to get freaky with who?
What kind of freaking base would that be on? This a picture. I mean, it's gotta be the classic Italian checkered tablecloth, right? It's gotta be a diorama, or it's gotta be 2 busts really close together, like this on an angle, with the noodle in between, and the noodle is dripping in red sauce, aka blood. Maybe it's organs and not noodles. I mean, it is the Warduke. We don't know what he eats.
Or who he eats.
He could be eating intestines. We don't know. Maybe it's sausage links. There can only be one and it won't be me. I mean, you never know. You might eventually win him back. You might win him back with a Warduke roll. It's feasible. Right now, I'm making a decision if I'm going to go to the Ennies on Friday night at Gen Con. I don't have anything up for grabs, but Cobalt does.
I don't get in until... Shit, I get in kind of late on Friday, so I don't... No, Friday night I'm good. It's Thursday night I get in late. Duh.
Yeah, cocktails at 6, awards at 8. I haven't been to Ennies in a few years. Not since Razor Coast, I don't think.
So there we go.
Well, look at that.
that match it. That ties into that red that's already there.
Yeah, it definitely blends it to like makes it a little more cohesive.
Yep. And that's kind of what I was.
I like it. I like it a lot.
There you go.
I still can't believe how much stuff fits in that damn box.
So we have
Baddies.
It's complete. It is complete. It is done.
I don't know. I feel like more needs to be added. I don't think it's done yet.
So I need a new producer because I'm about to smack Eric so hard he forgets how to do it. All right. I got to be honest though. I need a quick.
Well, go get yourself some coffee.
refill.
I'll talk.
So
I'm already on solo. Goodbye. 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 Get out of here. Oh, by the way, I'm wearing Todd's shirt. I'm wearing Todd's shirt. Got one of these. How is everybody today? You gotta go deal with stuff around here and get some work done. All right, Scott, have a good one, buddy. How's everybody doing today? Serving hands, how's your vacation? How's your vacation been? I know you took work off, chilling. How you been? You been all right? You been doing okay? Is everything well? Is Drew coming down again today to visit? What's going on? Because I thought he was doing his, yeah, Todd shirt, yeah. See? I thought Drew was coming down today, but I thought he was doing his show. Yeah, I've been going good. You putting booze in that coffee? You better be putting booze in your coffee. No one's it's quiet out here today. It's quiet out here in the hood. You don't know what's gonna happen today?
I get a smooch whenever I want right now.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say coffee is made always.
No.
Oh, okay. Who makes coffee in your house?
Well, typically during the week I make coffee.
Yeah.
And it's we don't do anything crazy. It's like a pre-ground like Folgers or some shit like that, right?
Oh, really? Okay.
Yep. But weekends is when we save our good stuff.
Right.
And she makes that usually.
Gotcha. We do pour over here. Jen works at the airport, and we have one of the.
I like using a French press when I have the time to do it.
I'm not a big French press fan.
Really?
Mm-mm. I like pour over way more.
I can get some really good flavor out of a French press.
There are, I shouldn't say that. Some really roasty ones I do like in a French press. That's not true.
Yeah.
But I like pour over the most. That is my preferred method for everything. Pour over is really good for travel too. And I like AeroPress actually. I'm a big fan of the AeroPress for travel. If you haven't had one of those.
I haven't tried that. How's that work out?
It's good. So it's good travel. You can make espresso out of it even if you pack it right.
Oh. Okay.
And you can make iced coffee really easy that way. I love iced coffee when I'm traveling, so I'm not like sweating all the time. Iced coffee is my favorite coffee, but only certain coffees are good iced.
Doing good, Blacksmith. Doing good.
We've been painting and chilling and hanging and doing things. It's been a bit like, dude. I always forget how taxing it is when it's closing night for a show.
Yeah.
And doing two of them back to back that are related, I was cashed the next day.
This, woo! As I launch the lid off, is the rest of my day right here. I'll be spending the rest of my day getting this little bad boy done up. I haven't decided what color I'm gonna do yet.
I think you should paint it like the animal cracker Pepto-Bismol with sprinkles.
Nope. But this is one of this is a dragon scale version of one of the big dice boxes from.
Oh, I didn't know she did that.
Yeah, I've already. This is the second one I've gotten. The first one I did is a green dragon, and it came out really, really gorgeous. And I think it sold within like 2 days. It didn't even sit that long. So I haven't decided which color palette or what dragon I'm going to do with this. But I'm kind of really hardcore thinking that as I'm painting this,
Yeah.
I'm going to paint this at the same time.
Oh God. To make a match?
Yep. That's how big this guy is. He doesn't fit under the camera.
Wow.
Like, here's the dice box. Here's the dragon. Holy shit.
That is a huge piece.
It's huge.
What
yes.
company is that?
WizKids.
Oh, it's the big WizKids one? I gotcha.
Yep.
Yeah, I like me some WizKids stuff.
Yeah, quite interesting.
That's a big fucking piece. Did you have to build that one, or was it only just a couple pieces?
No, so you had... The tail was separate.
Okay.
And I had to... Every piece on this thing, I will admit, every piece on this thing, I had to use my heat gun to reshape.
Oh, I remember you mentioning that. Yeah, to make them fit.
But so the tail was a separate piece, and both wings were a separate piece. And considering how thick like the attachment pieces were, I didn't even have to
Right.
fit it. Between having to heat gun it into place, and then and then you know. And obviously, I went through with green stuff, and I've done the joints with all the green stuff.
Yep.
So that's all taken care of. But yeah, this boy's going to be, and yeah, it'll be going up in the shop as soon as I'm done with it.
The dragon is?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. I thought that was for you. I thought that was your baby.
I'm going to sell it, but there's a good chance I might sell it. I don't know. We'll see. But unpainted, well, let me just say, again, this goes back to that whole frustration I have with WizKids, and it's a back and forth love-hate thing, because they make beautiful pieces like this, but they offered it in two ways, painted and unpainted,
Sure.
at the same price.
Yeah, I don't understand
So,
that.
and I mean, like, you buy an unpainted one, you put your skill to it, and now you've got to charge more than they're charging for a painted one. So it's like, you fuckers.
So, our next card. Who is your favorite and why is it, Eric? It's a secret. God damn it, Silver Games. Yes, the secret shirt.
Yeah. Suck up.
So,
Noser.
a wonderful meme came into the EFP Discord, and it ruins friendships. Could a vampire policeman enter my house if they had a warrant?
No. Not without being invited.
That is an invite.
No, it's not. It's not an invite by the homeowner.
I don't think that matters. I think it's
Yes,
just I think it's just an invite, just because that's the same way they get into formal balls and stuff.
From someone in the house.
I don't know.
Someone in the house has to invite you in.
I don't know. I don't know if that's true.
I'd argue it. And yep, nope.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's gonna be what the remainder of my day is probably going to be about.
I don't know. I would.
Why don't you know?
I think, well, because technically speaking, if a warrant is officially sent for someone to be able to enter your house, that is giving them the ability to enter your house through legal means. I feel like that would work for a vampire policeman.
All right. If that gives them power, then there should be also certain legal, because basically you're saying legal means
Yeah.
would give them the ability to overcome their supernatural power. So by
wonder.
legal means, if someone is authorized to shoot a vampire, then they should be susceptible to that damage.
That's not
That
the
is done
same.
by legal
That's
means.
not the same thing at all.
Oh yeah, no.
That's not the same thing at all.
You can't have it one way and not take it the other way.
You can. One is a superstition, and it affects a vampire being able to enter. All right, audience. This is all AW's fault. If a vampire policeman is issued a warrant, can they enter your house? I think it's yes. I think so. Maybe that's the GM and me wanting loopholes, but I think it's a yes.
No,
I think so.
don't.
I think so. Because technically, especially if you're still paying your house off. Because you don't own your fucking house.
That superstition existed prior to warrants.
Yeah, they would just kick it open.
No, I'm just saying.
I don't know, man.
The superstition precedes warrants.
Speaking of vampires,
how warrants overwrite.
Did you watch Renfield yet?
No, and I don't care to.
It was fucking fun.
I'm ready for the last Sale of the Demeter.
Oh, that looks really good too. That's a different kind of movie entirely, though.
Is
that
preview,
TV or is that
this weekend was
is that
incredible.
TV or is that theater?
Theater.
I don't know, Todd.
That's gonna be what?
I was answering Todd. So it is gonna be theater. I'm excited to see that. I think that looks really good. Really,
yeah.
Really
I agree with how Todd put it there. Being invited in versus being told you can go in are two different things.
But so now I know in movies and in literature, if they have an invite to a party, that counts. Is it because it's an invite? Because that person who owns the house may not have wrote that.
No, but it's still an invitation to enter that house. It's an invitation, not an authorization.
Does a warrant have the word invite? That's the question. Does a warrant have the word invite?
No.
That's I think that's the deciding factor, though.
A warrant gives you authorization, but not an open invitation.
I'm looking. Holy shit! As soon as you put, does a warrant have an invite? Immediately it pulls up. If I'm a vampire cop, does a warrant count as invitation into the house? That's the first thing that pulls up. This is a big argument. Yeah, it's not an invitation. I think you guys are right. I think it isn't an invitation, so it wouldn't work. That's very true. What was that old TV show with the vampire cop? Something of Night?
What?
What was that called? It was a TV show. Do you remember what it was? It was a nighttime drama. Forever Night? Was it called Forever Night?
No. Why? It
was a vampire cop show. Yeah, it was called Forever Night with a K. Forever Night with a K. 92 to 96.
It was the 90s, so yeah, I mean...
I wonder if that had an invitation at all for a warrant. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I'm curious to see if they ever used that. Todd got it too. Oh yeah, thanks, Todd. I knew I've used it before for it. It actually was not a bad series, by the way. If you've never seen it, it was not a bad series at all. It was actually decent. I think it was Canada. I think it was a Canadian-based show. I wonder if there's anywhere where you can watch it right now.
One of the best Canadian-based shows I've ever watched, and I love it. Flashpoint. That series was amazing.
Yeah. It's on Roku, it's on Apple TV, Amazon Prime has it. Huh.
Not interested.
3 seasons. Do I have to purchase it, though? If I had to purchase it, that would suck. I'm already paying for Prime, and they keep upping the fucking price every year.
All right, we are 10 away. I am going into the shop.
Okay.
And I am officially...
Oh, there's more cards being played?
That's okay. They can play cards.
I know.
I am shutting down.
Wrong answers only. It's Forever Night with a search warrant. Fuck you, Sir Vance. Well, I have
Right.
I have some more to add today. If anyone has goblin tickets, golden tickets right now, please play those because we need to get through those. If you have any golden tickets in your arsenal, play those. They currently have that box on it. Play those up. Start getting them in. Get them all ready to go. Drop bombs. Drop them all. Get as many as you can in. If you have goblin tickets, because I know there's some floating out there. I think there's one or two that need to be played still that I can see. The next one is, when is the worst time to play 4th edition D&D? Just as you hear the vampire cop knock at the door. It's true. It's true. It's true. Wrong answers only. The Pinkertons wanting those magic cards.
Here's a fun argument vampire-wise for you. So,
okay.
The main reason that vampires couldn't be photographed in earlier days and such is because the cameras contained mirrors.
Yeah.
And, the whole can't see reflection thing, right?
Can a mirrorless
now
camera
with all
do
the
it?
mirrorless camera technology we have, does that still apply?
No, I don't think they can be captured anymore. I think they can be captured on a mirrorless. I really do. I had this argument when I was running Vampire 5 for a group of people.
I think mirrorless and digital captures would work.
I think though, if you're playing a vampire and you're like a Lasombra or something along those lines, and you have obfuscate and you can change what you look like, that's how you get by that shit.
Yep.
But naturally, like the Nosferatu who just aren't seen in mirrors and reflections, doesn't count.
Yep.
What if somebody had a golden ticket from May that I got after May? Yeah, sure. We'll validate. I'll still validate that. Play it.
Yeah. It's not. There's no the golden.
Nah, don't say that.
Don't
Don't say that. Don't say it. Don't say it. Because people will stockpile them and fucking play them for just the things that they want. Don't say it. You know what's gonna happen. You're cursing us.
No, I'm not.
If I win this month, I will take the War Duke out for pasta.
But as the War Duke is an anti-paladin, he is a fan of anti-pasta as well.
This one is a roll for initiative. Give us the roll for the Lycan. What is the Lycan's number? I think it's 9 and up. Yep, 9 and up. See if you can get a 9 there, Mime Goblin. Serving Hands played another one. They're just bombing cards this last minute. What was your introduction to video games? After a pasta date with a War Duke, we played Frogger. Very good, Serving Hands. Very good. And then we got one for Jake.
Now, are you playing Frogger because you want to jump him?
Wow.
Or are you just hoping that, his tongue's that long?
15 for Mime. Isn't that 2 for the Lycan?
I think the Lycan's only 1, isn't it?
Is it? I'm looking. You earn a golden ticket. A golden ticket. Okay, that puts it at 5 for Mime. Cards playing. Has anybody else got cards? You might as well bomb them now. Mime's on a roll. They had a 19 for one of their rolls earlier today. 19. Gotta have good leg strength. Jesus Christ. Hilarious.
Wrap around and get that grip.
Right. Wow. Wow.
I'm horrible, but I love it. My partner loves me this way, so I'm not changing. Screw you guys.
Screw you guys, I'm going home. Anybody else? Any more golden tickets to play? Anything like that people are sitting on that they'd like to get out? We got a couple of minutes left here. Not many. Oh, I don't think I've seen this card. Oh, we have. It's been a while. What property would you like to see adapted into a tabletop RPG?
Yeah, we've had this.
Mass Effect. Now here's the thing, little known fact. Mass Effect was produced, and then they almost got their asses sued off because they didn't have the fucking license for it. But they were giving it out for free. They weren't selling it, and somehow that fan base wasn't okay by BioWare. BioWare, my answer to you is, you still owe me a fucking expansion. I think we get to do whatever the fuck we want. You owe me an expansion, bitch.
Scott.
Scott's not here.
Why is Scott not here?
Scott had to leave. He had stuff he had to go do. He said bye earlier. What is that? Is that a model kit?
No, it's a board game.
Oh, cool.
Brand new board game. It's very similar, as I understand, if you've ever played Nemesis.
I have.
Very similar to Nemesis, which there is a whole backstory of Nemesis. If you've ever like played it, or if you're an Alien fan, they were developing the game as an Alien property, and as they were going to release, the licensing rights went from Fox to Disney, and Disney cut the deal. So
where's my alien queen? Damn it!
So they made changes to accommodate the loss of the property and released it as Nemesis. This is kind of like,
their version.
Yeah.
We got more cards. What two characters would you love to see fight each other? Forever Knight versus the War Duke. Who makes the best red sauce? Serving hands. Fuck.
I'm more of an Alfredo fan.
I am not an Alfredo fan at all. What two races / creatures would you like to see a mashup of? War Duke and Mime Goblin equals our child. God damn. Whew.
Yeah.
Woo.
We have some pretty awesome. The War Duke is okay.
Is that
with
just
this.
a War Duke with mime face paint?
Oh no! No,
Does he just mime his murder actions? And someone across the globe dies? Does he have telekinetic mime murder powers?
No. Let's not do it.
Telekinetic mime murder powers. I think that is a great concept. All right, we got any more cards here? If not, I'm gonna close it down.
Can you like think about it? If a mime was clairvoyant,
I know.
are they like just reacting against what they see?
I don't know. 3, 2, 1. Pausing the cards. All right. I gotta go into our LAUGHAL. I gotta add some. If I'm not mistaken, there was
been messed up with that one, Mime.
there is 10 more for Mime from Kofi, right?
No, Mime bought 20.
20. Jeez.
Yes.
So 30, 40. That's just 53 before I add the ones from today.
Mime just wants to own this box no matter what. So
Mime, that was 53 plus another 5, 6, 7 more today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Serving hands gets another 7 today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
valid point, Todd. Valid point, because it's all black under there. So I mean,
Todd got another one. So I think that's everybody. All right, let me get this wheel of paint. Our wheel up. Let me select all these and delete them, and I'm gonna get us all of our entries here. So this is not our highest entry, but this is our highest entry from one person.
Oh.
Mime.
Even going back to the Cthulhu.
Yep, mime right now has 61 entries. I think that's the highest to date. I think the highest before that was 50 something. So Mime is aiming for it here. There's Mime's in there. I got Scott in here. Scott got quite a few this time. He had some cards. He got some laughs. He got some bonus ones from being around from trivia. He got some from answering stuff from trivia. Todd's got in here with 3. I just have Todd's name instead of Jake Bacon because for some reason it does. I don't know why. Hawkmere's got a couple in here. Amalith has got a couple in here. If Amalith wins, you get to ship to Australia.
I'm okay with that. I've shipped to Australia before, so it's not a new thing for me.
It's not. There's that, and then Allie has got a couple in here as well. And AW has one as well, because AW was here for when everybody got one.
The trivia's, yeah.
All right. I got it on here. Let me pull it on screen for us.
May the best Duke fit win.
Oh, that's the wrong one. Spin, baby, spin. Where are you at? There you are. Ta-da. I'm going to shuffle this 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Look at the wheel of pain.
I can't see it yet. It's the delay.
It is slowly spinning. I have it in all the rainbow
You're
colors.
slowly spinning.
It is ready to be spun, everyone. Are we ready for the spinneth of the wheeleth? Holy crap! And serving hands will still win. May the best War Duke fit win? You mean the? Oh, wow. We'll see.
Yeah,
We'll see. Are we ready? 3, 2, 1. Spinning. It has
it's
music.
still delayed for me, so I gotta wait for you to announce it.
Oh, she's still. It's right on the line.
What's going on? Because I can't see it yet. It's
Serving hands
it's tiny.
won. It literally is like on the line between mime and serving hands. Like literally fucking the pixel. You're fine, Fiona. Look at this. Stop. Like, here, I'm gonna zoom in. Let me close this. I mean, it was on the line. Mime.
I'm sorry.
Mime. So close. Serving hands pulling it out for the pride box.
Oh,
Wow. We never know how this is going to go here. Dead AF.
Wow.
Dude, it is like... It was like a pixel. 61 entries. It's not as bad as the one entry.
Don't be mad.
Mark flips the fucking table. Fuck this table. Oh, God. Oh, Mime. I really thought you had this one in the bag. There's a random spinners.
Oh no, who's texting me?
I'm gonna spin it again just for the hell of it. The second spin. The second spin is mine.
So to the person who just messaged me in Discord, yes, I can make that happen.
Oh.
And yes, we will talk about it later. But yeah, I will make that happen. So.
Do we want to know? Do we want to say publicly what it is?
No.
Why?
Because.
Why?
I was told not to.
I already have an idea of what it is, and that does not make me
happy. You
happy.
don't know anything.
Oh yeah? You want me to guess?
No.
Okay. That's what I thought. Well, everybody, that is another Watching Paint Dry. This lovable little mimic box has found itself a new home. The question is, whose home is it? I want to thank everybody for joining us for this month. This was a slow month in general, but thank you for being here, making us laugh, be a part of this. We'll be back next month with the new LAUGHAL, our Death Box, Works of Whimsy, Super Storage. I don't know, what is the actual name for that? Are they calling it the Super Storage? What are they calling it now?
No, it's just the big deck box.
Big deck box? Okay. Big deck box.
Big box of holding. That's what it is. Big box of
Minis,
holding.
cards, dice, tokens, you name it can fit in there. Hell, hide your weed in it. I don't care.
You know what won't fit in here? Eric's ego.
No, it will not fit in there. Fuck no. And it's not an eagle, it's called confidence. And if you don't like it, that's too bad. But we will be back not next week, but the week after. We will all be at Gen Con, Riddles included. If you want to come by and say hi, we'll be all over the place. I'll be at the Cobalt Press booth. I will be everywhere. So if you want to come say hi, come say hi. will be around, and I'm excited.
Yes. Congratulations. Oh, you know what? Wait, isn't Serving Hands going to be at Gen Con?
No, she is not.
Ah,
Nope.
Say hand
Moxie
delivery.
might be there, but right now it's Adam, Diana, Drew from the show. You will be there. I will be there. Kelly will be there, and then possibly
Tango,
Moxie.
thank you.
Moxie might be there, and then all of the Valiant Soil cast from that show is going to be there. I believe Perception Studios is going to be there again this year. It's going to be a wild time, just like it always is. I'm super excited for it. So. That's it for us today. Wave bye, Riddles.
Bye, Riddles.
Yeah.
Love you guys.
Wave bye to yourself, Riddles. Yes, that's what I meant. Everybody, thank you for watching Paint Dry. If you are interested in being able to get in on these laffles like everybody else is, you can either pick up Ko-Fi tickets or you can make us laugh with StreamLoot cards. We'll be back in August with the new deck box. For those who are watching this later on YouTube, over on this side, there's going to be a video for you to watch. Probably going to be one of the season finales for Dragonlance. We did a 2-part season finale. Super fun. Thank you to Beatles and Grimm for that. And then on this side, right about here, that's where you can hit the like and subscribe. And please click on all notifications. We're going to be doing a lot more coming up. My new talk show starts next month, and we have 2 new mini-series coming in September. And of course, in October, we're back with Campaign 2 for Athantia. Have a great day, everybody. And, I don't know, drink some coffee. Enjoy your day. Paint something. Shit, I don't know. Go watch flowers bloom.